All right, guys, we are recording this series of videos with Pinscapes. And the idea is to share these whole videos with all the students in our WhatsApp group. And the main objective of that is that we're going to use these Pinscapes as warm-ups for the whole year. And the project, the idea behind that one is that if we increase the capability of the white belts of Pinscaping, that will push the level of everybody up, because then the blue belts have to work harder and increase their level to keep pinning the white belts. The purple belts will have to work harder and be more technical to get the blue belts, and so on. So the idea is to give you more tools in how to scape Pinscapes, and that will build your skills and your confidence also for your attacks. All right, we'll start with half guard scapes, because after that, several other positions will land in half guard, and then you just have to do the half guard scapes from there. All right, thank you. I hope you enjoy and have fun. All right, guys, now we are here in half guard, and we're going to start with the first one, okay, which is the elbow scape. The question is, can I put my elbow inside of my opponent's leg into the floor? If the answer is yes, it's a green light for an elbow scape. Once my elbow goes into the floor and inside the leg, I put my foot on the floor and I hip scape, pushing his knee away, like so. Once his knee is away, I attack the hip with my knee, putting my knee on the hip, and from that moment onwards, I start pressing my knee against his hip to keep my opponent away from me and start creating space, bringing my hands inside like a goalkeeper. One leg is ready for close guard. I just need my other leg to be free. I keep pushing him away and hip scaping, until I can get my foot free and close the guard. One more time in a different angle now. Elbow scape from half guard. I put my elbow inside. If I can touch the floor, green light for elbow scape. I hip scape and push the knee, attack his hip with my shin and knee, and I start creating space, pushing him away. My hands go on his shoulder like a goalkeeper, and I start hip scaping, until I can close my guard. Now the second scape, I will try to put my elbow inside and my opponent send his knee to my armpit, and I'm not able to put my elbow on the floor. If I cannot put my elbow on the floor, red light for the elbow scape. I cannot attack this hip. I'm going to work on the other hip now. I bridge, hip scape, and put my top knee into his hip. Once I have that, pay attention to my leg movements. I scissor my legs, putting pressure on his hip. And again, I start using my knee on his hip. Press myself away, creating space. And like a goalkeeper. And I push myself out. Once I'm completely away from him, I step on the hip. And I'm ready to pull him into close guard. From the other angle, I'm here with him. His knee is more or less in my armpit. I try to put my elbow inside. I cannot put my elbow inside. So red light for the elbow scape. Instead of attacking this hip, I attack the far hip. Bridge, hip scape, put my knee on the hip bone. Pay attention to my leg position. I scissor my legs to put pressure on him. And now I start chest scaping, staying away from him. Putting my hands on his shoulders like a goalkeeper. Step on the hip. And now I grab the collar and pull him into close guard. So now we're going to do the third one, when I'm trying to put my elbow to do the elbow scape, or I'm trying to put my knee in one of the two situations that I'm working and bridging here. My opponent now is adapting to the situation. And he's moving his hips a little bit, shifting his hips left and right, while I'm trying to create those spaces, either to put my elbow inside or to put my knee inside. And I feel him moving and shifting the hips towards the floor. When that happens, look, I hip scape, pull my knee to my shoulder, and put my hook inside, and start putting my butterfly hook on him. Once I have the butterfly hook inside, I trap his arm on the bottom side, and I start lifting him. When I'm about to fall, I can either fall to mount and continue on mount, or if I prefer, I can still use the underhook and fall into a knee slice to finish and get out of the knee slice. The other angle now, I try to put my elbow inside. He's close and not letting me. I'm trying to put my knee inside. When I hip here, you shift the hip, pull the knee to my shoulder, pull the foot inside. You can use your hand, or if you're flexible, you just put the foot in, and I get my butterfly hook. Once I have the butterfly hook, I kill the bottom arm and bottom elbow here. And now I start putting my foot on the floor and elevating him. still the underhook, and I can either land on the mount or I can land switching my hips on a knee slide and finish on top. And now the fourth escape from half guard. I'm here with my opponent, and I feel that my opponent is pinching his thighs on my thigh. And he gets there. Now it's hard for me to put my elbow inside. On my elbow side, it's hard for me to put my knee on the hip. And it's really hard for me to put the hook. No choices. But my opponent made himself narrow when he decided to pinch my leg. So now we're going to do a knee lever. The details are on the feet. So I bring my foot close to his knee, step on my own foot, and I pinch my thighs really hard on his thigh. Now my elbow kills his elbow, so he cannot post a hand on the floor. And I use both of my knees together as one to send him that way and sweep him. Pay attention that the common mistake we do when we are learning this position is that we step on the floor, step on the foot, pinch the knees. I kill the elbow, and when I want to go, I relax my legs and I open the legs again. And then I do not move my opponent. Make sure you keep your legs pinching the whole time so you can move your opponent with your legs when you sweep him. Now the other angle, I try to put his pinching his knees on my thigh. Try to put my elbow inside and it doesn't work. Try to put my knee inside and hip escaping, it doesn't work. He made himself narrow. My foot comes close to his knee. I step on my own foot, pinch my thighs really tight, hard. My elbow kills his elbow. And I use my knees as a knee lever to flip when I get on top, and I stay already open here. Those are the 4 escapes from half guard. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.